Masika Holness claims she had a 4-year management contract with the Baltimore female rap star. She says she asked Seann Charisma Dorsey to shoot the new CD cover and other promotional materials for Keys, the rapper. And then a few weeks later, Masika spots those photos on the internet. She says she wants $5,000 for lost earnings. Charisma, Seann, claims Masika promised to pay him, and she never did. Do you agree to be bound by my ruling in court today, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. Masika Holness, what happened?
I have a business. I have a marketing company as well as a management company, and my business partner recommended Charisma Dorsey to us for photography and also digital designs like flyers and so forth. When I met Charisma, we brought Keys to the office with us to have a meeting with Charisma, and basically we spoke with him about doing photographs for Keys. Okay, I then contracted a sponsor for the clothes for the photographs. Speaking to Mr. Dorsey, he stated to us, being as though he knew my partner, he said, look, I would like to be a part of this project just because Keys is from Baltimore, you know.
Okay, I've got a hard time believing just because she's a hometown girl, he's going to do it for free.
Well, he said he was going to do photography for us because Charisma wants to be famous. He wanted to basically get his name out there, and she got a lot of internet hits, over 10 million in 48 hours. So once that happened, everyone wanted to get a piece of her. So they
10 million hits in 48 hours.
Yes, ma'am. On World Star Hip Hop, yes, she did. And that's why he agreed to do the photography.
Was his name prominently displayed?
On the photography? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's his logo at the bottom of it. Seann Ikon.
They're really good. Go ahead.
He's good at what he does. That's why we wanted to deal with him.
And I just don't know that I believe he would do that for free. That kind of talent?
Well, the clothes that you see, I came up with that concept. I got the clothes. I paid for the clothes. We did her hair. And basically...
I thought you got a sponsor for the clothes.
Yes, we did. But
well, then, why did you pay for them if you got a sponsor?
Well, I had to pay them because I wasn't able to fulfill my obligations to them. So I ended up having to pay them out of my money for the clothes. They never got any pictures. They never got anything. Nothing ever generated for it because we never got any photos. We never was able to release the CD.
Okay, tell me what happened.
About 4 days after he took the photographs and said, look, do not release those photographs to anyone. We need to have a meeting. I don't even want Keys to have the photographs, okay? Because we're working on a project. I do not need these photographs released anywhere in the public.
And why was that so important?
Okay, all these different looks. We didn't know what look we were going to debut her. Her image was the most important thing in her career at that point. Because of the bad press that she got before from her image, it was up to me.
What bad press?
She had gotten bad press before from Nicki Minaj. I don't know if you ever heard of Nicki, like the superstar Nicki Minaj. It was a big
thing. Superstar, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
What was the bad press?
She did a diss rap on Nicki Minaj. So a lot of people were saying, oh, well, you know, Keys, you're talking about Nicki, you don't have any money, you know, your clothes are not good. So I went out and formulated the sporty look for her, the girl next door. So it was very important that these photographs were not released.
In the big scheme of her image.
Right. This was the most important thing. It was going to be a big surprise for the public. You know, this is going to be the first professional pictures that the public would see of Keys. You know, if you look at the video, basically the video that she released, that the world looked at her, it was a big thing about what she had on. She had on like some jeans, a small little jacket. You know, a lot of people, she got a lot of slack for that. They said, why do you have on these clothes? So my job was to recreate her image, give her an image that people would love, and that's what I did.
Let's see it.
My life, go in, I go off, I go in, I go hard, I go in, I go off. Say that I'm a problem, wouldn't you agree? Well, if she got a problem, bring the to me. I go in, I go home.
Still haven't even said, okay, now I finally see what she's wearing. I think she looks good. Where did it go wrong?
Mr. Dorsey, basically, he wanted Keys to drop a 16 bar on his CD. This is a photographer that turned to a rap artist when he met Keys. So basically, he told her, look, I'll give you the pictures and everything. Forget your management. So him and Keys went behind my back and made a deal that they trade CD for pictures.
Did he release a CD?
Yes, he did.
Is she on it?
I have not been in contact with Keys or Charisma since this incident has happened. I have not. They've blocked me off of the Facebook. You know, I contacted Charisma.
Wouldn't that be a suggestion to you that you're not her manager anymore?
I am her manager. I have a 5-year contract with Keys. Keys is under my management company until she's 25.
Well, something is not perfect if she's blocked you off her Facebook.
Let me tell you why. Because what happened, I spent over $10,000 and way more on this project. What happened was, under management, when I was the executive producer of her CD that was going to be released, okay? When we went to the studio, she's never been in the studio before I took her there. Went to the studio, she said to us, I don't care what you guys say, I'm going to do what I want to do. It's my work, it's my CD. And I said, wait a minute, Keith. You know, it was more of like a...
What was your suggestion to her?
It was a certain song that she wanted to put on her CD, and I said, well, I like this song. How about we just change the front of the song? I wanted her to change a couple of words in the song.
So you're asking an artist to change their work?
Well, to change, yes, because it was going to be on the radio, and you have to...
Hey, look, they tell me all the time I can't cuss.
Yeah, you have to...
And I accept that.
Right. You have to do certain guidelines if you want...
But now, but that's not really artistic. That's the law. Wait, let me hear your side.
Okay, ma'am. Now, I heard about Keys. I received a phone call like the night prior saying, check this artist Keys out. I saw the video she did with Nicki Minaj. It looked like it was going viral. I said, okay, I'll reach out to the artist and see if we could do some work, because I work with a lot of artists in my area. So when it came down, they were hyped up about, you know, since she did a diss track against Nicki Minaj, bring it down. Now, when they came, I had no idea about the styling or anything. They came, asked for the photo shoot. I said, okay, I'll do the shoot because it was a deadline. She was to release the album soon. So I said, all right, I'm going to do the photo shoot and the graphics, which I did. There was no logos on the photos.
Is this the photo shoot?
Yes, that's the photo shoot. And she's doing a lot of figures out about how much she paid, but I wasn't compensated anything at all. I didn't have any contractual agreement being a photographer. It would have been written. It would have been on paper. This was informal.
So were you doing this for free?
I did it for free. You might as well say I sponsored it because I didn't receive anything. Now,
what were you hoping to get out of it?
I want to display my work. I'm an artist. All the fame, I'm behind the scene. I'm a photographer. I'm a videographer. I make money behind the camera. I don't want to be famous. I want my work to be recognized. I want the same reaction you had when you saw it on the screen. You said, that's good work. I get more out of that than being famous or dropping.
No, it's not just good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
And that right there means more to me than all this other stuff.
So you went into it in the hopes that your work would be seen on her CD.
Ellis versus Dorsey. This photographer says a rap star's cover art is his property. The artist's manager says he didn't have permission to give the pictures away. She wants $5,000.
You recognized that Keys had talent, and your work was going to get displayed, so you didn't charge anything. Okay, I got it.
Now, as far as not releasing the photos, now I'm working. I mean, I had deadlines. There's a lot of work went into this. So I was working on the cover, and I got a phone call from both parties.
Yeah.
They had an issue with management, and from Keys saying they had an issue with management. And now I opted not to release the pictures to either party because I don't want to be in the middle of this. I know you hired me, and I put too many man hours into this graphic for my work not to get to Keys. Keys said she expressed to me they didn't have any involvement. I gave her her graphic. I said, here's your CD cover. Thank you. I worked on it. Here you go. I barely made the deadline. As far as the pictures, I was concerned because they started saying we're going to put a tell-all book and DVD, and I don't want initially.
A tell-all book?
Yeah, some personal stuff they know about her.
I don't know where he got that from. That's untrue.
I do business. I don't know the person.
Okay, first of all, I don't want anybody at Swift Justice to blurt out anything you think you know about Keys as part of a tell-all. I don't want to be part of that.
I never even heard of a
Go ahead.
Okay, so I felt you brought this artist to me to help her initially. This is going wrong fast. I don't want to be a part of your tell-all book.
So you're telling me that they were going to do, and I'm not saying I believe him, that plaintiff was going to do a tell-all on Keys because she was breaking the contract.
Ma'am, I don't have contracts with invisible signatures.
Oh, I don't either. I have all my stuff online as well, and you seen the contract before.
What happened
You didn't even know.
Did you give Keys?
No, ma'am. I will not be a part. Oh,
Did
Keys?
you give
No.
Keys the
Ma'am, yes, I
photos?
did, because
All right. Apologize. Did you give Keys the photos?
yes,
Did you give her the CD cover?
yes, I did.
Did you get any money for it?
No,
How did the photos get on the internet?
I gave him the keys.
Okay. Are you her manager?
No, I'm not.
At any point, did you try to be her manager?
No, I didn't. I didn't go in a contract saying
Has
I was
she
a
ever
manager.
paid you anything
She never
for
paid
being
me.
a manager?
She never paid me. This
Did
single...
she even pay you for the CD cover?
She never...
Okay.
I haven't received any money.
Got it. Andy Velkoff, entertainment attorney, expert witness. Help me out.
Well, this case is like a law school exam. It has every...
It certainly is.
If they had a written contract, or if they had any kind of contract, and if there's a breach of that contract, certainly there are legal options.
Right.
So typically, in a written contract...
In street talk, if she breached the contract, then Keys was authorized to go outside the contract.
If she had breached the contract, then Keys could argue that she had repudiated the contract and that the contract was no longer enforceable, if that were the case.
You know what? I'm going to throw one more curve at you, okay?
Sure.
You sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
Maybe you need to lay down. Can you bring in Keys? Well, this is a pleasure.
You are such a talent. Well, if she got a problem,
Okay, let's...
Holness versus Dorsey. This rap manager hired a photographer to promote her new artist. Keys is here with her own brand of freestyle testimony.
Just do a tiny rap. Anything. Just hit me with anything.
I gotta find something appropriate for daytime television.
We can be...
I'm nice with a pen like Shakespeare in them, and I'm like Nostradamus. Way before my time, they call me Queen Marie, because I don't care if you eat. You know, they call my fans 300 Spartans.
You know, not just anybody can do that.
I try.
Okay, what happened?
I just want to say, first of all, I'm not mad at anybody. I feel like this is really a matter of just inexperience. Like,
On your part?
definitely on my part, and everybody's, as we can see, because if we all knew what we were doing, we wouldn't be standing here right now. I felt like, although they were there, willing and ready to be on my side and to work hard, I just felt like at the level that my career was at the time, I just felt like they didn't have all of the tools to take me to the next step.
Let me ask you something. In that recording session, what kind of suggestions were they giving you?
I think for me it was the way that she didn't like my song, and it wasn't a matter of, okay, let's talk about if we don't like this song, but we don't like that song. And I'm like, hold on. When, as anybody that makes music, you know, when you make a song, it's like your child. You know, I put my creative, this is what I have to say about something that happened in my life. Don't just, you know, discard it like that.
So you don't like it?
Yeah, I mean, we can at least talk about it and be like, okay, maybe we can switch something around.
The way I kind of see it is, you are who you are.
Right.
The reason people like you is because you're genuine and you haven't changed.
Exactly.
So they just, I don't like the song. That's all.
I don't like the song, and we almost got into a fight.
Over what?
That was
over what?
over some heat. That was another thing. It was a lot of bickering and arguing going on in a day-to-day basis. And at that point in my career, everybody's looking at Keys. I need to be making moves. I need to be dropping music. I don't have time to, you know, I'm arguing with Nicki Minaj. I don't have time to argue with my managers. You know what I mean? So that's it. That was it. So right in the midst, like before we even got the pictures, like before the photo shoot was even done or anything, that's when I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. So by this time, I don't want to say we had a relationship, but we were on good talking terms. I could call Charisma and express a concern. So I called him and I was like, I'm not going to be able to work with them anymore. You know what I mean? So he was like, well, you can have the pictures for a promotion or anything like that. And that was it.
So he
For
gave them
Charisma
to
to be
you.
sued is ridiculous.
Did you put them online?
I put them on I couldn't use this as my album cover as intended because of what we were all going through at the time. I just didn't want to go there, but I did use it like for MySpace and, you know, for the fans to have. And
you told her that?
Yeah.
Miss
Yes.
Grace, can we just ask her about the clothing? Did I go and get a sponsor of clothing for your shoot, and we were going to do promotion for the clothes? That's all. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
About the clothes.
I don't know the specifics of the clothes. All I knew was that if I would have went and brought it, that outfit may have been like $80.
And there were, what, 3 outfits or 2?
3, but we returned them all.
No, you kept them.
I kept one. I didn't
get any of the clothes back. The vest she had on, that was about a $200-something vest.
What
that red
vest?
black vest, and she had a purple one on too. I don't know where the pictures for that is. It was a couple of vests, like 3 different vests.
Can I ask you why you're suing him if she took the clothes?
I'm suing him because I contacted him because of him, I was not able to fulfill my agreement with the sponsor. They were going to sponsor Keys for a year of clothing. In return, they would use the pictures that we provide to them.
But you're only out about $500.
No, I owe them money because we had a contract with them. I owe them money for them not to be able to use Keys and use anything. So I had to abandon the whole project because of this photography. If he never released the pictures and those pictures never got released, I wouldn't be in problems and owe the clothing company any money.
Nancy's decision, Holness versus Dorsey. Who owns the valuable pictures of a hot new rap star? Our expert in entertainment law drops some knowledge.
What do you make of all this?
Well, the law says that the photographer owns the photos. And at best, the terms of all their understanding seem to be very vague. It's hard to tell who understood what. And the problem is no one reduced any of this to writing.
You got asked her, did she sign a contract?
Right.
And I have a contract with the clothing company stating about what I'm supposed to do with the clothes. And in that contract with the clothing company, it clearly states those pictures of the clothes cannot be released. I understand he's a photographer. He's entitled to his photographs. But when you have a sponsor, and I have obligations to the sponsor, and I tell them I'm going to do something.
Stop.
Yes.
All that may be true,
Okay.
but you did not secure a contract with him.
I had the contract with the clothing company.
I know that. If you want to sue for the clothes, she's the one you need to sue. He didn't take the clothes. It's not his fault. If it's anybody's fault, it would be hers. Or yours, because you made her mad and she wanted out of the deal. Nobody gives you any money. You've sued the wrong person. Out of your anger for him, you sued the wrong person. Case closed.